Imagine this, you're standing on a picturesque Italian beach. The sun is warm, the breeze is gentle, and you're ready to dive into the cool, clear waters for a swim. But as you approach the shore, something incredible and terrifying catches your eye. The ocean is boiling. Steam rises from the water, bubbles break the surface, and what should be an inviting paradise now feels like a bubbling cauldron. This isn't a scene from a disaster movie, nor is it an overhyped story. It's happening right now, off the Italian coast, and scientists are baffled. How could the Mediterranean, one of the world's most beloved seas, suddenly begin to behave this way? What force of nature is behind these geothermal anomalies that are turning parts of the sea into a hot tub? In this video, we're diving deep into the mystery of Italy's boiling seas. We'll investigate these strange occurrences, explore the science behind them, and consider whether they signal a natural wonder or a brewing danger. Join us on this journey as we attempt to unravel the truth of one of the most perplexing natural phenomena happening in one of the world's most iconic locations, the Mediterranean Sea, a name synonymous with vacation bliss, sparkling blue waters, and the iconic coastal views that have inspired poets and artists for centuries. But beneath this serene beauty, something far more dangerous and volatile is brewing. Recently, reports have emerged of areas along the Italian coast where the sea is not so calm. It's actively boiling. Drone footage of Italy's beautiful coastline reveals a stunning paradox. The beautiful, sun-drenched beaches, lush landscapes, and inviting waters of places like the Amalfi Coast and Sardinia are juxtaposed with bizarre footage of the sea bubbling with heat. What looks like an idyllic beach day becomes suddenly unsettling when you see waves of steam rising from the surface of the water. These boiling sea sightings have been reported in various parts of the Italian coast, but their frequency and intensity seem to be increasing. And while some might assume it's a rare phenomenon, the evidence suggests otherwise. Scientists have been closely investigating these anomalies, and what they're uncovering is both fascinating and concerning. This is not the first time anyone has reported boiling seas along the Italian coastline. For centuries, various accounts have described unusual geothermal activity in the region. In ancient Roman times, the area around Naples in particular was known for its hot springs, bubbling pools, and volcanic activity. However, these boiling water phenomena have largely been confined to isolated thermal springs or underwater vents, often linked to the region's highly active volcanic terrain. But in recent years, the situation has escalated. Reports from coastal towns have indicated that the boiling seems to be spreading and intensifying. In some places, the sea's temperature has been measured to rise several degrees above normal, enough to make the water uncomfortable to swim in and raise alarms among scientists. What's causing the Mediterranean to behave this way? At first glance, the idea of boiling seas might seem like the stuff of legends. After all, the Mediterranean isn't known for volcanic eruptions or deep geothermal activity like the Pacific Ring of Fire. So what's making parts of the sea turn into a bubbling cauldron? The answer lies in the tectonic and volcanic activity beneath the surface. The Mediterranean region is located at the crossroads of several major tectonic plates, which are constantly moving, colliding, and shifting. The African plate is slowly being pushed beneath the Eurasian plate in a process known as subduction. This creates intense geological pressure which, over millions of years, has resulted in the formation of the Mediterranean's volcanic and seismic activity. In particular, the area around Italy, especially the regions of Naples, Mount Vesuvius, and the Aeolian Islands, has seen significant volcanic activity. These volcanic zones are connected to the tectonic forces at play beneath the surface. But there's more than just tectonics at work here. In certain areas, the combination of deep magma chambers, rising volcanic gases, and underwater volcanic vents could be causing the geothermal anomalies now being observed on the coast. One of the most plausible explanations for the boiling seas is the presence of underwater volcanic vents. These vents are essentially openings in the Earth's crust beneath the ocean floor, where magma or hot volcanic gases escape into the surrounding waters. While these vents have been well documented in other parts of the world, such as near Iceland or Hawaii, they are not as well known in the Mediterranean until now. As magma rises from the Earth's mantle, it heats the surrounding water, creating steam and bubbles. These vents are often accompanied by rich mineral deposits and high-temperature springs, which can alter the water chemistry of nearby seas. In the case of the Italian coast, these underwater vents might be reaching higher temperatures, causing localized boiling and steam production in the sea. The recent uptick in geothermal anomalies along the coast could be a result of increased volcanic pressure building beneath the surface. As tectonic plates shift, this pressure can be released through underwater volcanic activity. Additionally, the Mediterranean region is home to several active volcanoes, including Mount Etna and Stromboli, which could be contributing to the rise in geothermal activity. Interestingly, some scientists have suggested that the shifting of the plates and the increased heat in these volcanic areas might be causing more active geothermal vents to form beneath the sea. As the pressure continues to build, it could result in more frequent boiling occurrences along the coast. While the idea of boiling seas may sound like a spectacle, there are real concerns about how this phenomenon could affect local ecosystems. The Mediterranean is home to an incredibly diverse range of marine life, and a sudden rise in sea temperatures could have significant consequences for these fragile ecosystems. Marine organisms, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales, depend on a stable and predictable environment to thrive. When sea temperatures rise beyond certain thresholds, it can lead to coral bleaching, the death of fish and other marine creatures, and disruptions in the food chain. Many species are particularly sensitive to temperature changes, and the rising heat caused by the geothermal activity could be forcing them to migrate to cooler waters or, in some cases, leading to population declines. For example, the increase in water temperature could alter the behavior of fish, disrupt breeding cycles, and decrease the availability of food for many marine species. In the long term, these temperature changes could lead to the disruption of local fishing industries that depend on stable marine ecosystems. The potential risks aren't confined to marine life. Boiling seas and increased geothermal activity could have serious consequences for the coastal communities living near these hotspots. Increased water temperatures might make the beaches unsafe for swimming, disrupting tourism in popular areas like Sicily, Naples, and the Amalfi Coast. Moreover, the increase in volcanic and geothermal activity might lead to more frequent eruptions, landslides, or other natural disasters, putting communities at risk. For residents living near active volcanic zones, the danger of sudden eruptions or steam explosions is a constant concern. The boiling seas could be an early warning sign of more significant volcanic unrest beneath the surface. Tourism, one of the region's most vital industries, could be directly impacted by the rising geothermal activity. Beachgoers flock to the Italian coast for its pristine waters and warm Mediterranean climate, but with the potential for unpredictable boiling waters, the allure of these locations may quickly fade. The local economy could suffer from fewer visitors and damage to beachfront properties. Additionally, the environmental impact of these geothermal anomalies could extend beyond just the marine life and tourism. Changes in the chemical composition of the water could lead to shifts in coastal ecosystems, affecting plant life, coral reefs, and even human infrastructure near the water's edge. As fascinating as the boiling seas of Italy are, they also present a complex and dangerous mystery that scientists are still trying to solve. What does the future hold for this geothermal phenomenon? Could it continue to increase, or is this just a temporary blip in the region's geological activity? To better understand the causes and potential risks of these geothermal anomalies, scientists are continuously monitoring the Italian coast using satellite technology, underwater sensors, and seismic equipment. This allows them to track the temperature fluctuations in real time, study the behavior of volcanic gases, and detect any sudden changes in geothermal activity. Ongoing research into the Mediterranean's geothermal activity is essential to better predict when and where these boiling anomalies might occur and to determine the long-term impact of these changes on the local ecosystems. In response to the growing concern, local authorities and scientists are working together to develop preparation and mitigation strategies. These include enhancing evacuation plans for coastal residents, improving early warning systems for volcanic activity, and increasing public awareness of the potential risks. Additionally, there is a push to build stronger infrastructure that can withstand the potential hazards posed by geothermal activity, such as reinforced buildings and safe evacuation routes in tourist areas. As these geothermal anomalies continue to unfold, the goal is to ensure that communities are prepared and that the impact on the environment is minimized. The boiling seas of Italy's coast are more than just a striking visual. They represent a deeper mystery about the Earth's geothermal processes and the forces at play beneath the Mediterranean. As scientists continue to investigate these phenomena, one thing is clear. The Italian coast is home to a complex and powerful geological environment that has the potential to reshape life on the shores of the Mediterranean. Whether this phenomenon is a temporary burst of activity or the beginning of something more significant, only time will tell. But for now, the boiling seas remain a reminder that beneath the tranquil beauty of the Italian coast, a fiery and unpredictable force is always at work, waiting to surprise us.